Well, hello there everybody, Dodgy Gamer here. Thought it was about time we had a little bit of a channel update, a little bit of a look at where the channel is, where it's going, a few changes I've made recently, and to finally kind of get into my plans for FM22, which I haven't really discussed yet, and the plans in general for the channel going forward. So, if that sounds like the kind of thing you like, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you're new, then, welcome. Hope you enjoy listening to me talk about the future of the channel. Go and check out some of the other videos if you like what you see. Subscribe as well. Make sure you got the bell on for notifications. Let's get to it. So yeah, it's late November now. We're kind of a couple of weeks into the full release cycle. We're about a month in from when the beta started. But, I haven't really got stuck into my main save. And there's a couple of reasons for that, which I'm going to go through with you. But first of all, just like to say to everyone, old viewers, new viewers, returning viewers, whoever you are, huge thank you. Over the last few months in particular, seen some massive growth on the channel. We finally hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and we just kept going upwards from there. So that's been really fantastic growth. We want to keep that driving forward. But yeah, this time last year, it was a bit of a different story. Now, the Football Manager 2020 cycle was a pretty good one for me. I had a really fun save going with FC Andorra and the Andorra national team. Shout out to Jose Francisco Perez in the comments if you were watching that one. And I came into FM21 with high hopes. I prepared for it in a way that I hadn't done for any FM release before in my time as a content creator. I wanted to hit the ground running. I think at the time the beta dropped, I was on around 800 subscribers and I had big plans to hit 1,000 as soon as possible, but it didn't quite work out that way. When the new game came out, I was struggling for views. My views were down on what they were a year before when I started my Andorra series. And, I was looking at other people who started YouTubing with Football Manager content after I had, and they were streaking past me in terms of how the numbers went. But, when that kind of thing happens, well, you got three options, I think. One, you can just give up, which obviously didn't do. The other one is you can come up with wild conspiracy theories about how other people perhaps have an unfair advantage or something they can exploit that you cannot. Or the third one, you can just be a bit more realistic. Take an inward look and think about what's not working. What was working before that you haven't recaptured? What have you tried out that's new that perhaps isn't connecting with your audience? And I think for me, the thing was with FM21, initially at least, I just had this super long-term save running from November through to October, almost a whole year with FC Andorra, and then getting into another single club long-term save wasn't the way to go. So I changed things up a bit. We did the postcards series, which was refreshing for me, changing teams every couple of weeks. I think it was refreshing for you guys as well. We got a lot of interest. I started to create those international competitions, which obviously attracted some viewers to the channels. I got my real Euro database out there, which did the same thing. Yeah, but once the Euros was over, I was trying to think, what do we do next? I wanted to try out streaming, had some time over the summer, and I did actually plan a channel update video on all of this back then, back around July time, where I was going to talk about my plans moving forward. And then I stopped myself. And I stopped myself because I've made those kind of videos before, and I never end up doing half of the stuff that I say I'm going to do, and I didn't want to be out there making promises of things that inevitably wouldn't happen. Plans change, you adapt your ideas, things go in a different direction to what you expected. So I wanted to maintain that flexibility. So rather than make an announcement about what I was doing, I thought I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll make some changes. And then I thought maybe later we can make a video about those changes, which is kind of what this is. So yeah, the original plan was I've been watching some general advice for content creators, for streamers, and watching things like Alpha Gaming with Harris Heller and how he talks about getting everything on YouTube, having your videos on YouTube, doing your live streams on YouTube, exploiting YouTube Shorts, leveraging that, and then having everything in one place, which kind of made sense. So that's what I started doing. I started uploading goal highlights from my matches as shorts. I started streaming. We did postcards from Canada as a YouTube live stream, and I had my regular videos as well. But I don't know, it didn't really result in any big jump forward in numbers. I don't feel I was connecting with a new audience. I mean, my regular audience were watching the streams. That was great. Some of the shorts really took off, got hundreds of views, thousands of views in some cases, but that didn't seem to drive any new traffic towards my other content. So then I decided to switch things up a bit. So already it was a good idea that I hadn't announced these things I was doing. And I thought, well, shorts, it's a reaction to TikTok, right? So let's try putting this content on TikTok as well and see what happens there. Do we reach a new audience or do we just completely flop? And let's give Twitch a try as well. Let's try Twitch for 6 weeks. We've done YouTube for 6 weeks with streaming and compare. So that's what we did. And we started the International Manager of Mystery series and we didn't look back. So what basically happened, in case you only caught it towards the end, we did a Twitch International Journeyman series, starting with Anguilla at the bottom. We went around the world. We worked our way up to the very top jobs. We got to the Spain job at the very end. I mean, that was one hell of a journey. We did those as streams twice a week. And then I took those stream recordings I had and I edited them into highlights packages of original content, kind of adding in some extra insight, some extra narrative, and putting those out as YouTube videos. And then I was taking goal highlights and putting those as vertical videos on TikTok. Now, over on TikTok, that place is absolutely insane. Some of the stuff we did there, especially with Fiji, the time we spent managing Fiji. I've got a video there of us winning a tournament on the final day, the Melanesian Cup with Fiji. It's on 150,000 views now. It's absolutely crazy. Of course, 150,000 views on TikTok is not the same as 150,000 views on YouTube. But there we seem to hit a formula that worked. Considering how late we were in the FM21 cycle, the views coming in on International Manager of Mystery were great. And considering it was kind of recycled, repurposed content from Twitch, but people seem to like it. So that's what I'm thinking for FM22 moving forward. We're going to try and keep that style going. We're going to have a stream series starting on Twitch very soon. Details on that coming up. We're going to take those stream recordings and do highlight packages for YouTube, and we're going to keep doing our vertical videos on TikTok as well. So what is this stream series? Well, it's not going to be an International Journeyman. I do want to do that again, but we'll save that for the summer. That's the summer series. What we're going to do is, something a little bit different. It's got international management involved, of course, but it's club and country with a twist. So what you see here on screen now is an edited version of the Dutch leagues. So we've got the Keuken Kampioen Divisie. Marky Mark, please tell me if I got that right or not. But you might notice something a little bit different. I've removed the young teams, the young Ajax, young PSV, and so on. 4 teams there, I've taken them out. And these 4 teams at the bottom, these are teams from the former Dutch colonies in the Caribbean. So we've taken Robin Hood, what a great name, Robin Hood of Suriname, and we've put them in the Dutch league. We've taken RCA, Racing Club Aruba, from Aruba, funnily enough. We put them in as well. Jong Holland from Curaçao, we've put them in the Dutch leagues. Real Rincon from Bonaire, we've put them in the Dutch leagues. You can see in this test, they didn't do too well. There's no relegation here, which, means they stay safe for a little while at least, because relegation does become a reality when you get to the end of the 3rd season in the Dutch leagues. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple of parts of this. There's a reason I'm not starting this immediately. First of all, I'm going to run an AI experiment. I'm going to, well, you can see I've kind of done it here already. A little bit of a spoiler here, but don't worry about that. I'm just going to see if being in the Dutch leagues allows these teams to improve themselves. Do they go professional? They're all semi-professional teams. Do they start to make more money? Do they invest that in their facilities? Do they then improve their national teams? And also, it's a yardstick just to see what the AI does. Then, for my main Football Manager 2022 save, I'm going to take over one of these teams. Now, there is one that I really want to take over. I'm not going to reveal that yet, though. We'll run the experiment. We'll ask the community, what team would you guys like to see me take charge of? You can start voting down in the comments right now if you want. But I'm going to take over one of these teams. We're going to have that safety net that we can't get relegated for the first 2 years. We're going to have a further safety net that hopefully we're not going to be as bad as the other 3 teams. So that will maybe give us a few more years of safety from relegation. And we're going to try and use that time to build the team up. And then, of course, we want to get promoted to the Eredivisie. We want to get into the Eredivisie. We want to get into Europe. We want to build up the facilities. We want to take charge of the national team. Of course, you knew it was going to be the national team, didn't you? We want to take charge of the national team, and we want to take them to glory as well. Now, the plan is that we run this on Twitch. Now, I can pretty much guarantee most weeks, with the odd exception, I can stream Sunday and Wednesday. Then Thursday I can use to record any extra bits to edit into an episode, which I can do and get out on the Friday or the Saturday on YouTube. Then we'll try and get another video out on YouTube once a week, some other aspects, some guide to the international management side of things, or a guide to how I'm doing the youth development. So we'll have a couple of videos on YouTube a week, we'll have a couple of streams a week, and that's going to be the plan for FM22. Now, I need a week or two to set up the experiment properly with those teams and make some videos about it. So in the meantime, my Qatar series is going to move over to Twitch just to keep things active there. And then probably once we get to December and once I start a nice little extended period of time off around Christmas and New Year, we're going to get that series underway. So let me know down in the comments what you think of my plans for FM22 and what you think of my approach over the last few months. It's certainly seen a growth in channel numbers, and hopefully it's going to continue as we move on to FM22. What's the target going to be? Shall we say 2,500 by the time FM23 comes out? Is that too much to ask? Well, we'll find out. But thank you as ever for your support. Remember to go down in the description, check out the links. You've got links there to my Discord. You can come join us there, chat Football Manager, chat international management, get early access to some of my international competitions as I make them. Would appreciate it if you take the time to check out my Patreon as well if you're interested in even more international tournaments. That's available as a perk. If you want a custom created tournament, that's available as a perk as well. More on that in a future video. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm Dodgy Gamer. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. Make sure you sub to the channel. You've liked this video. You've got the bell on for notifications. See you again soon.